Hey everybody, welcome back. We are about to witness the coolest of spots with runner glitchcat7. Hey, how you doing?
Hi, I'm doing really well. Got up early to practice. I'm ready to be here. Thanks for having me so much. This is gonna be a lot of fun.
Heck yeah.
Cool. Well, if we're all ready, I can kind of get started on my thing. And I can say go for the time. I was told the incentive did get met, so we do get to play a bonus level.
We absolutely do. Yes, we just
Excellent. That's gonna be a lot of fun. So I guess I can just kind of get started. I didn't really rehearse my commentary too much, but I've ran this before. This is a really fun game. It's a cool spot. We're gonna save our friends. The lore is simple. Our friends have been kidnapped by wild, wicked, wily Will, who never appears in the game but only in the manual. And we're gonna be saving our friends through a couple of areas. There's actually some really interesting speed tech in this game and some things we can do, and I'll get to actually explain that a little bit, because the first thing that we're going to do is do the incentive and get the bonus level. So I can start the run, and we can kind of explain things as we go. I will give a go for time. I'll say go. It's coming up soon. Are we ready to go?
I'm ready.
Okay, just making sure. Chat, I hope chat is ready to go. Thank you for hanging out. All right, let's do it here. So time is coming up soon. This is the lore. It fits into one convenient panel. 7-Up is good. Spot's gonna save his friends. Okay, ready? On time? Go.
Oh right, Cool Spot is the 7-Up mascot.
Yeah, I think the former 7-Up mascot. I don't know how he's doing these days. So I've got some tech to explain. First of all, this game has kind of some janky platforming, and neutral jumps preserve speed. That's really all you need to know. So when you see Spot facing the camera like that, I'm doing a jump without pressing left or right when I leave the ground, and that will preserve speed way more effectively than doing roll jumps like this. So we have to find the 30 cool points in every level, and we have to get the K. That's how cool we have to be to save our friend at the end. But since we got the bonus level incentive, I'm going to get to show you kind of why this is kind of a better speed game than a casual game, because we've got to do a little bit of backtracking. We need 75 cool points to actually access the bonus level. Nobody plays any other categories other than any percent in this game, because as you'll see, the bonus levels are pretty difficult to route and can eat up a lot of time. But so first we have to backtrack a little bit to get the extra points. We need the 75, and now we're just kind of walking our way back. But there's another bit of tech that's really important in this game is jump buffering. And what that means is if I jump and have the button already pressed again by the time I land, I'll do a first frame jump off the next available surface. So there are a ton of frame perfect jumps in this game, and we'll use that for speed tech because we specifically get that buffer. So here's the cage, but actually I practiced this route just a little bit before we started, and I'm happy to see that works out just perfectly. So here's our incentive, and we're gonna get to play one of the bonus levels. So I also have a delicious, refreshing soda of my choice here, and I encourage everyone to either stay hydrated or have a delicious beverage of your choice. But this is fun. The bonus levels, we get to go inside the bottle of soda, and we're going to collect one of the letters, which I'll let you see what it is. But so here's the thing about these bonus levels. There's no way out. This is why it's kind of rough for a speed run. You never get to see it in the run, but hang on. Before I even go any further, just please listen to this awesome music. It's one of the best parts about the bonus level, and I don't want to shortchange you by talking over it. So please enjoy the soundtrack for a minute. We got to collect all 100 of these points to get out of here a little bit faster. So that's what I'm doing right now. And please feel free to read some donations if you'd like while we're hanging out.
Absolutely, I was listening to the music myself. We do have a $20 donation from Valgov. Thank you so much. With comment, a very affirming gay shout out. Thank you so much, everybody. And thank you for donating for the Trevor Project. And thank you for rocking out to this soda bottle music.
So we just picked up the most important. I wanted to do more of a thing about it, but there's the continue letter up at the top. Those letters spell out Uncola, which was the 7-Up slogan at the time in the 90s. But I got it too quickly, but I wanted to say as I grabbed it that we just picked up the most important part of the marathon, which is, of course, you. And I think, you know, since we have you, that makes us 100% cool. And there's the cool spot bonus level.
Thank you, that was lovely.
All right. right. No, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. It's a lot of fun, and I really appreciate, I guess, as an ally, being invited to these spaces. Thank you for having me. So we're going to do peer pressure. Now we're back into the regular run, and now we're going to use buffered jumps off of the ropes. By buffering, we get a first frame jump off of the ropes that we see here, and that's really important because climbing is always too slow. Most of the routes in this game are you just make a very direct route to where the cage is on the map, and along the way, just try to grab 30 points. Set up for a damage boost. It's not really a boost. You get like a little bop up, and we're going to set up for another one right here. By shooting that crab out of the way, you take damage only on the pink urchin, and that boops you up there, saves a little bit of time. Now that we got our 30, we can go and shoot the lock, save our friend. And that's how this run is going to go. Every level has that. We're going to get 30 points, which is all you need to be cool. You know, think about it. 30%. Any more than that, you're trying too hard. 30% is all anybody needs to be cool. In fact, if you were to get 32%, you wouldn't lose frames, but 33%, you would actually lose frames on the countdown screen. This level, I kind of need to focus a little bit for. It has a really cool setup here. We mentioned buffered jumps. But there is a feature of buffer jumps that's only available in the SNES version of this game, which will allow us to get turbo speed. Basically, the mouse traps fling you forward, as you'll see, like that. If you buffer a jump off a rope while you have mousetrap speed, it's uncapped, and we can use that to generate a massive amount of speed and cause walls to despawn. Here it comes. Don't blink. I gotta focus. With one little point of health left, we got it. That saves about a third of the level, and that setup was invented by Colonel Beauregard, a friend from back in the day, and it's the perfect wall clip setup. It's consistent. That works every time. It's really fun to do. It's not that difficult to master, and it's just such a fun wall clip. This next level is actually difficult too, but after this we get a little bit easier. This is one of the only levels that has instant death in the water. If I were to fall here, whew, ooh, we got it. All right, if I were to fall, I would have fallen into the kiddie pool down there, and you'd think that I should go all the way around to the left, but by jumping into that bubble, like little bubble prison, it's called a capture bubble. And if I jump into it from the top, I get a little extra height, and that's what allows me to float all the way up there. Fun fact, I actually knew about that strat when I was a kid and played this game. You have to go all the way to the left, and then up, and then all the way back to where that cage was, and otherwise it just takes forever. This is a great donation level. Same thing as we've seen before. We're in the toy store. We're saving our friends, and there's all kinds of wacky toys around, robots with some RNG. I have to do a little backtracking right here. Everybody always asks why, but there's just some points hidden behind there, and the easiest way to get them is to roll. But if you have some donations, now is a really great time to read it. And if you don't have some donations to read, I would like to encourage everyone to donate to this fine cause.
Thank you so much. We do have some donations. We have $7 from Hex with a comment, more like $7 up. It reads a little bit better because the $sign is before the 7. Imagine more like 7 up, but there's a $sign in front of the 7. Imagine that in your heads. Yeah. And we have $25 from Med B saying, Marathon time. I always look forward to this event. Time for a real cool time with Cool Spot. Thank you. Thank you so much for the donation.
That level is, there's some levels that you can get some backup points where if I miss one or I miss a jump or something, I could recover in a minor way. But some levels like that one have no recovery strat. There's an exact route, 30 points to get there, and I actually missed one on my way up. But this level used to be really difficult to actually save a lot of time. But I figured out that if you do a neutral jump right there, you preserve all this nice speed. This is such a strange level, and we were actually talking in my stream about what is this even supposed to be? Like what theme is this? What area is this? It's already over. Sorry if you missed it. There are no enemies in that level at all, which is such a I don't understand.
Oh yeah, the Groucho tubes.
Yeah, and the Groucho mustaches and stuff. But that's actually a tough level to keep a good pace on, because you can lose a lot of speed by rolling on those in the wrong way.
But you know, like all of those old platformers always had these levels. You know, you always get like the flesh level, the train level, the Groucho tube level. It's just, you know, it's just a classic.
Oh, the train level is coming. If anyone remembers this game from when we were kids, the train level is probably the one that everyone, I think it was for me, it was the sticking point where I could just never beat that level as a kid. And we're going to get to see that here pretty soon. This is basically, we're just doing some more platforming and making a quick route. There's a bunch of neutral jumps to preserve speed, but this is just kind of your basic cool spot platforming. Actually, this was, yeah, 728. That was a pretty good IO. Hey, if you got any more donations, feel free. We got some cutscenes here. These are unskippable, and I feel the holy grail of cool spot speedrunning is two things. One, turbo speed everywhere, and two, skipping these countdown screens. But we're gonna do the train, so maybe distract us with some donations here.
Absolutely. We have another, like, speaking of train levels, we have a $7 train going right now in the donations with Garby throwing another $7 for $7 for 7-Up. Heck yeah.
Yeah, can we get a $7 train? That's
Yeah.
a great idea.
It's great value for a train too. Look at this locomotive though. It looks like fantastic. It's vintage.
Cool, I got that skip. So the only other object, just like in the pond, the other objects that generate turbo speed from buffered jumps like that in this game are those silver UFOs. And I use that to skip a large portion of the level. That level is so difficult to play because the background is scrolling, and a lot of the jumps are, you can't see where you're going, and you have to do that like against the scrolling background. So being able to find that UFO skip, that was one that I invented, and it saves a lot of time and really fixes problems. This is a strat. I got to give shout outs, as always, when I run this game to Darbian, the world record holder who I went up against when I ran this. And Darbian found this setup, but I'm hoping that I could do a cooler setup. Hang on. Two. Oh, okay. Well, I tried. That's the kind of the Darbian clip, is to get down into the wall like that. But I found another way to do it that is a little more difficult, that would save a little bit of extra time. I was practicing before we started, that would clip you up into this area, but it's no good. It's no problem. This is the normal route. We got to wait and let the spot kind of hang out down there in the cage, because if we don't, if we're not exactly 30% cool, the shots that we're shooting, which of course is liquefied cool, as established by my community,
Of course.
liquid, pure essence of liquid cool that he shoots out of his hands, weaponized cool, I believe it was called. But if you don't have 30%, they just ricochet off the lock, and you won't be able to save your friend anyway. And we want to save our friends here.
Yeah, you need
That's
to be
important.
at least 30% cool to pick locks.
That, yes, that is entirely true. All right, so when I ran this game at SGDQ in 2018, I got the worst possible RNG here. I already have not gotten the bad RNG here. I got every possible bad instance of RNG. This is the one level where RNG can kind of mess you up. And I actually died, and it's the only time. So if I can get this without dying, I think I will just beat the de facto marathon record for this game. We're using buffer jumps to get over the ropes, and the one instance of RNG that might really mess up a run is whether or not that swarm of bees dive bombs you. I've never found a way to predict whether or not that will happen or seed the RNG. Right at the end there, they're either going to stay out of your way or they're gonna come and get you. But you know, I like bees, and I think maybe if anyone would post a pride pog, you know, that would be cool.
Yeah, bees are important.
Mm-hmm. They are. So we don't, you know, they're only cartoon bees. It's okay. It's okay if we shoot them, because they'll come back in the next time we load the level. This is it, though. This is the last screen. We're back here at the beach. This is Surf Patrol, and this is actually a really tricky level to speedrun because there's a lot of subtle movement that goes on. But we're just going to make a really quick route, not that quick, as we bounce on these balloon bubbles and land on the balloon strings. Time is going to come up soon. This is a super fast game. I would love if more people would be interested in picking this game up. Right now, I'm the only runner, and I think it's just a Wait, ready? Time. That comes up quick. But I was going to say, you know, I think this is a fantastic speed game. All the learning is kind of up front as you learn the route and know how to move. And then once you get that, it's just such a fun micro optimizations where little neutral jumps and seconds matter. It's a really fun speed game, and if anyone's interested in picking it up, please feel free to reach out to, I guess, me, the only runner. I'm on Discord and Twitch and everything. But thank you for having me. I won't take up too much of everybody's time. I really appreciate it. Like I said, as an ally, as someone who endeavors to be that and listen and learn, all I really have to say from that perspective, for me, for Pride, is just thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you for teaching me. And thank you for having me in your spaces today. Good luck with the rest of the marathon, too. Let's get some donations in. Can we get the $7 Pride Pog B train going? I would appreciate that.
Thank you so much, glitchcat. Thank you so much for this wonderful run, and thank you, everybody. Those $7 donations have been rolling in. Thank you, Lisa Rocks, Doc, Spancakes, Gears, The Altar Maven, Young Tunfish, and Anonymous. Thank you, everybody, for all those $7 up, $7 up, $7 up donations. What's $7 up with you?